Good morning, gang. Happy Tuesday morning from pouring rain in Tennessee, which I'm not complaining about because, hey, it's water for the pond. Maybe one of these days I'll get it filled and put fish in it if we ever get out of this drought, but it's supposed to rain all week, so good thing. And here it is. It's Tuesday, December 6th, and so today is the runoff election in Georgia between the charlatan Raphael Warnock and the football player, Herschel Walker. You really think we'd come up with better candidates, don't you? God, and then of course the news out overnight that John Bolton is definitely going to run for president. he might, if his wife votes for him, he might get 2 votes. Uh, Stupid shit, but that's not what I want to talk about this morning. So let me ask you this. I want you to seriously think about this for yourself. How much of a routine are you in? Okay. I know I could sleepwalk through my morning routine. I get up, I brush my teeth, I turn the shower on, I do my thing in the bathroom, I take my shower, I get dressed, I come downstairs, I let the dog out, I have a cup of coffee, and I read the news. Make a video, do whatever it would be. Okay. And that's normal for everybody. You do the same thing every day. But how dangerous is your routine? In an SHTF situation, when you're in your house, the fact that you do the same thing over and over and over again is going to be noticed. Now, this doesn't matter if you live in an apartment, if you live in the suburbs, if you live out in the sticks. Other people are going to be on high alert watching everybody. You guys have made comments many times of, I make sure I go to the food lines, just to put on the facade that, I needed food too, or whatever it would be. Or I'd buy clothes that are 2 sizes too big because, I want people to think I'm losing weight and not eating or what. And I agree, those are great. But your routine today is also something that is being watched. Do you drive the same route to work every morning? Okay. Do you leave the house at the same time every day? Do you come home at the same time every day? Chances are, going to work? Probably. Okay. You leave the house at 7 o'clock in the morning to be at work at 8 o'clock in the morning or whatever it is. And every day, Monday through Friday, 7 o'clock in the morning, you leave your house. You lock the door, you get in the car, you drive it off you go. That's great, except as the world gets a little bit more crazy, okay, obviously we are not in full-blown SHTF. We're more in a messed up world than we were 3 years ago, but we aren't. We still have power, we still have heat, we still have food. But every day there are more people that don't have power, don't have food, don't have whatever, money. Okay? We see this daily in the news about shootings and robberies and shoplifting. Hell, there was a story that there was a 83-year-old guy, I think it was working in Home Depot, that as a serial shoplifter left the store with his stolen goods. He pushed this 83-year-old guy down. The guy hit his head and died. Okay. How many stories did you see about, Walgreens or Rite Aid or whatever it is, shoplifting like crazy? People are stealing stuff. And what happens? Your routine makes it very easy for people to not only harm you, but steal from you. If I'm a bad guy and it's pitch black outside right now, I can easily get within 50 feet or 100 feet of anybody's house and watch. I'm not saying put bullets through the door or anything like that. No. If I'm a bad guy and I want to steal something, I'm going to try to steal it when nobody's going to see me, when I'm not going to have any confrontation. So I case your house, as the term goes, right? And I see you leave the house every morning at 7 o'clock. Guess when I'm robbing your house? 10 after 7, okay? Because nobody's home. Pretty simple, all right? You take the same way to work every day. I want this guy's car, okay? How many times have we talked about watching your rearview mirror when you come from the gas station or come from the grocery store, and make sure nobody follows you home? You know, they see that you're alone or that you have a car full of groceries or something like that. Hey, I can steal this real easy. It's a lot easier to carjack a car full of groceries, not only get the car, but get the food, if I do it out on the back road somewhere rather than try to do it in the grocery store parking lot. The situational awareness, I know we talk about that a lot, but people don't realize how their normal day-to-day activity is so easy to figure out. I mean, look at I'm trying to remember who was it, not, I can't remember the name of the Al Qaeda guy who they hit with a drone about 9 months ago or a year ago, as he was sitting out on a patio somewhere, uh, having his morning tea or morning coffee or whatever. You know, he was one of these Al Qaeda leaders, if you remember that. Well, where did they figure out? Every morning at the same time, he went out on the porch and sat there and had his morning coffee. Okay? When do we want to send that drone at him to kill him? That time in the morning, because we know exactly where he'll be. This is the point, guys. You need to start practicing stuff like this now. Take a different route to work. Leave at a different time. Leave one morning. Leave at 5:30. Go stop somewhere and have breakfast. Okay, whatever it would be. Or one day, a couple of days a month or whatever. Ask the boss if you can come in at 9 instead of 8. I'll work an extra hour at the end of the day, whatsoever it would be. And if they ask why, I think somebody may be watching my house. I want to pay attention. It's not perfect. There's nothing in life that's perfect, okay? If you leave the house at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, it doesn't mean that somebody can't break into your house at 10 in the morning, okay? Not going to happen. But you need to start changing up your routine, not being predictable. Predictability will kill you, not only in an SHTF situation, but in the real world. You know, I can look around just my neighborhood and I know the car's in the driveway. Gee, the car's not there. They must not be home. Pretty simple. Okay. It doesn't take long to, everybody says, well, I've got cameras. I've got cameras too. Okay. I guarantee you that if somebody wanted to case my house in a day, maybe two, sneaking around at night, they could figure out where all my cameras were. I've got motion detection lights. So do I. Okay. And I bet that, like everybody else, your lights have gone off many times and you've ignored it. Oh, it's just an animal running through. I've told you the story many times about me repoing cars and setting off the alarm and waiting for somebody to stick their hand out the window, shut the alarm off, and then we'd hop in the car and repo the car. No big deal. Same thing with your security lights. You have them for a reason, okay? But I guarantee you that a couple of nights of walking through your yard and set off a light and you ignore it, somebody's eventually going to figure out a way to get from the perimeter to your house without ever setting off a light. Very possible, okay? These are things that you need to pay attention to, that you need to concern yourself with, and you need to practice now to get in the habit of doing it. Get that type of routine. Get in a routine of doing things differently. Just saying. Because nobody knows what's coming. We all try to prepare for anything and everything we possibly can. And I guarantee you that something is going to happen when the world blows up that you never expected to happen. Okay. It's, you don't know. I mean, and there's a ton of things we can't prepare for. You can't prepare for, drone strikes in your neighborhood or something. I mean, you don't know if the person 4 doors down or whatever it is on the wanted list by some 3-letter organization. You don't know if that person's on the wanted list from Antifa or BLM. Okay. Something could happen. You have no idea what's going to go on. So the whole point is make yourself as unpredictable as possible. It's gray man to the next level. You, you don't want, you never want somebody to know, yeah, this is where they're going to be when they're going to be. No, you want them, you always want to put that sense of uncertainty into the bad guy's head. They'll move slower, which gives you more time to react, which gives you a lot better chance for your safety. Start changing your routine, guys. Become unpredictable. It will save your life. Pinball out.